Guys, hi, welcome back. How are you? It's been literally forever. It's been probably a month since I've uploaded, and if anyone knows, when you move, it's crazy. Just follow me on Instagram, which you should, at Vida. Follow me on TikTok at Lobati, and on Twitter at Vida. If anyone knows, when you move somewhere, you're just so busy settling in, trying new places, meeting new people, and definitely that's what I've been doing if you haven't seen on my Instagram stories. So like I said, take a follow or follow me over there on those platforms, and let's get into today's video. As one may know, when you move or maybe go to a new job, whether you're moving out of a new apartment or into a house or just a completely new place, I feel like your identity kind of shifts a little bit, or maybe you have different priorities at that time. And I know for me, a lot of my priorities have shifted, and honestly, it's kind of gotten me down to, oh my god, am I having an identity crisis? What? I don't know, having shifting priorities in general definitely puts you in a state of purgatory where you're just like, oh my god, who am I at this point? Or trying new things. I can say for myself, since I moved, I definitely have been open to trying new things, and I already was like that in general anyways, but even just more so. And so, trying new things, trying things out, and figuring out what do I want, who am I, and where am I going, just specifically from where I was prior. I definitely recommend anyone to move out of their hometown. Please, for the love of God, just move out of your hometown. For me, I had already been moved out of my hometown for a while. Yeah, this is definitely just moving across the country, period. Today we're doing a get ready with me. As you can't tell, I have absolutely zero makeup on, but we're gonna do get ready with me. So yay, as I talk about these different things. First and foremost, I'm moisturizing with CeraVe's moisturizing cream. Also, you might be wondering what I am getting ready for. I'm actually about to go to a brunch. I met these girls when I went out shopping one day, and so I'm gonna go get brunch with a couple of them. So I'm pretty excited because anyone knows me, they know I love making new friends, and I'll get into that in a little bit. If you saw my last get ready with me video, I'm honestly using mostly the same products, but I'm using the Hangover priming, the Too Faced Hangover priming moisturizer. So yeah, coconut base, probiotic base. Yeah, since I've moved, I've definitely had new priorities that in my previous life were not a concern for me, or if not a concern, it didn't have as much as an emphasis on my life. And since I've moved out here, they definitely have, to the point where now I'm oh my god, who am I? Am I now this person that I thought I would never be? A little bit, but it's not even like that. You might also be wondering what exactly am I talking about? I will get into these in a minute, I swear. And I also just want to say the disclaimer, this video really doesn't have a conclusion or thesis or whatever. Honestly, this is just thoughts that I've had to myself, and I've just been wondering, I wanted to say them out loud, and maybe I can facilitate discussion or something like that, so please keep that in mind. Also, I did put the Laura Mercier deep powder all over my face, just so that way I don't look as oily, and I don't know, it just looks better. Now I'm about to go in and do my eyebrows. I also did switch up how I do my eyebrows. I'm still using Anastasia, but I'm not using the dip brow anymore. One of the things that's been really interesting just doing out here has been, like I was saying, it has definitely been new priorities for me in my previous life. I'm acting like I'm died or something. I mean, honestly, I feel like it, but I feel like in my previous life, I definitely had more of a concern. Okay, so one of my things, and this is just me getting really personal, one of my things that I've had a shifting priority is honestly just way more of a focus on myself. And when I say myself, I mean I'm not as concerned about other people's feelings anymore, and It sounds super selfish, but like, if anyone has known me, like they do know I am a pretty empathetic person and like a little more sensitive or whatever, but I'm really not as concerned with other people's feelings these days, and frankly, it's kind of like put out a lot of care for other people's feelings and it really got me nowhere. And I've like thought to myself, I'm like, oh my god, am I a horrible person? Like, do I not care? And then I'm like, no, I do still care about people, but I'm also not gonna be used as a commodity for someone to project out their insecurities onto, you know? So nothing wrong with that. The next thing that I know I have definitely had like a shifting priority on is, you know, I am more like, especially when it comes to my dating life now, I have more so such a concern on like long-term partnership and longevity. And like, I know I'm only like about to be 25. I'm only 24 right now, and I know, especially because I moved to Los Angeles, like nobody's really thinking about that. Like literally everyone acts like they're fucking 25. Love, by the way, but also at the same time, like for me at least, I'm like, yeah, I would like to have a long-term partnership. Like that's what I want. Also, it's kind of ghetto, but I like don't have any chapstick. I lost it, and so right now I'm using like lip gloss as like my chapstick. So my lips feel dry, so I'm using the lip gloss. Okay. Because like priorities have shifted, I feel like back in the day, I think I had way too much of a focus on friends. Like I love my friends to death, and I really want to make some more friends out here too. Like I crave having deep, intimate friendships with people. But there has been less of a focus on it, especially just because I'm like, you know, I do want more of a long-term partnership, and I also do have to think about like the career that I want as well too. And so I'm kind of like, okay, like I've been really picky like with my friends these days, and like I'm not gonna lie, like when I was in college I felt like I was like friends with like fucking everybody, and like now I'm like, ew, like no offense, but like ew, like I cannot do that anymore. And for reasons just of like values, interest, and just, you know, whatever, I feel like college is a lot of learning, and then in your early 20s is a lot of unlearning. It's really interesting. Anyways, so, and like I've kind of like been like, wait, what is wrong with me? Like, do I like not care about like my friends as much? Like, what's wrong with me? Am I a horrible person? No, I'm not. Again, just shifting priorities, like especially if I am looking for a more long-term partnership, or I am gonna start especially thinking about like the types of friends that I'm around, because I'm like, okay, you are the sum of your closest 5 friends. You really are. We just evolve and we change all the time, and I would say more often than not, we might typically have like the same type of values over and over, but like you just grow, like you just change, like different things like happen, and that's normal. I hope this video isn't like too chaotic. Like I said, there's not really like a thesis. It's just kind of overarchingly talking about shifting priorities and kind of like identities. Anyways, so I have definitely been enjoying my life here in LA. I'm having a great time. Like honestly, I've never felt more at peace in my life than right now, and I'm really enjoying it greatly. Like I know like a lot of people, like the stereotype is like, oh, people there aren't really nice, like nobody really cares, and I'm like, honestly, like I don't know, like I'm having a really good experience so far. Everyone's been really fucking nice. Like okay, like I mean, unless you're like hanging out, I feel like in specific types of groups, then like yeah, maybe you aren't having a great time, but I don't know, I am for sure. Okay, definitely need to put on lashes, and I'm gonna have to do that like off camera. Before I put on lashes, I'm gonna put on some blush. So like I've been using like this red eyeshadow as like a blush, because honestly it just looks better for my skin type, so like duh. But anyways, yeah, I know it looks super crazy, but I promise you, like when you blend it in, it looks absolutely amazing. Like absolutely. Also, I'm not a professional makeup artist, so like if you're thinking my makeup is really that good, I don't really care. I'm just going out, I'm getting merch. Probably shouldn't do that. honestly, I'm just gonna keep it on camera. Okay, so anyways, honestly, I feel like, to kind of conclude like what I've been saying and stuff, I feel like a lot of the different priorities that I've had are like just me like going into more like what I deem for like my type of purpose that I want here in life, you know, like, and I want to like be able to like, I want like a more long-term partnership because eventually like I do want to have a family, and like of course, you know, I want to have the adequate resources to be having a family and everything like that as well, and like that's super important to me. My god, sad fact or fun fact, it's actually really sad fact, I like used some of these lashes like to make this TikTok because I like needed like a fake mustache, so like I used one of the lashes on here. I cleaned it, I swear. Also, how do you guys like this setup? Like, does it look okay? So my last video paused. How do you guys like this new setup? Does it look okay? Like, does it look fine? Like, do you like it? I just want to know, like, that's another reason why I haven't visited Vida in a minute, because like I didn't really know where to record, and like frankly I feel like this is the best that I can do just given my living environment currently. If you didn't already know, I moved in literally less than 3 weeks, so I couldn't really be the pickiest, but I like where I live. I finished the rest of my makeup and I curled my hair, obviously, but anyways, just to conclude everything that I've been saying, it's very normal to enter periods of life where you question who you are and your identity, especially when it's a completely new space that you haven't grown up in, and just kind of like, is this like what I want? Is this what I believe? I kind of been talking about that like a lot actually with some other friends that actually had moved out of my hometown and stuff, so just to know it's a journey, and even the priorities that I know have shifted, like some are even shifting to other places now, and I'm like, what is even going on? It's definitely a chaotic journey, but it's definitely one to, if you know, like deep down inside, like one like to put you on the best path for you and everything like that. But thank you so much for watching and doing a little Get Ready with me. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Vida Lee, and make sure that you follow my Twitter too, Vida Val. So very right now, but if I like get enough requests, I guess maybe I'll like open it up. Oh, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, okay, anyways, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.